So I decided to redo this video because the last video I did kind of lagged, so I'm redoing it. And I didn't notice how bad it was lagging. It was like, put it this way, like if I was just saying Matt Hardy, it'd be like, yeah, that's how bad it was. But anyway, so as you guys know, Matt Hardy got fired for a DWI. First originally he got suspended a while back for showing up late at shows, whatever. Then he gets arrested for DWI. A few hours later, in like freaking North Carolina, he gets caught with a DWI. A few hours later, he then gets fired by TNA. Good job, Matt Hardy. Good job. Because if you didn't bitch and whine and freaking complain, like you would, if you didn't whine, bitch, and freaking complain, you probably still would have a job in freaking WWE. Alright? If you didn't bitch, whine, complain about your videos, if you didn't bitch, whine, complain on freaking Twitter, you probably would still have a job. You probably, hell, you may even be possibly in the freaking main event on SmackDown, because SmackDown's roster is weak right now. It is weak. Because honestly, you don't know how weak it is? They got freaking Mark Henry freaking as a main event. I don't care what Mitch says. I don't care what Mitch says. Oh, let's give Mark Henry one more run. Mark Henry is not the best solution to your problem. Sure, Mark Henry could make it interesting. You know, it's somebody, even though Mark Henry is almost 40 years old, it's somebody new in the main event scene. Something different. But goddamn, Matt Hardy could still, possibly have a shot there. But no, Matt Hardy wants to bitch, want to complain, and say that he wants to get released. Go ahead. That's what WWE. Go be with your freaking brother, your freaking crack-addict brother. And so what does he do? He goes to TNA. Goes to TNA. Meets a lovely, beautiful young woman, Rebby Sky. If you haven't ever seen her, just look her up. And goddamn. Freaking tell me one memorable match Matt Hardy had in TNA, because quite honestly, I can't remember one freaking good match Matt Hardy had. Well, one memorable match. Yeah, some good matches with RVD. But what memorable match do you remember from freaking TNA that Matt Hardy had? Seriously. And, I don't want to bash the Hardys. I'm trying not to, because I grew up watching the Hardys. I grew up watching Edge and Christian. I grew up watching the Dudleys. I grew up watching the APA, Too Cool, Test and Albert. Tag teams like that just put a smile on my face when I was a young kid. I grew up there. But seriously, Matt, goddamn, I thought it was just Jeff that was screwed in the brain. Now freaking Matt is too. What excuse do they have? Seriously. I mean, I know your dad only just raised you guys because your mom sadly passed away, and I'm sorry about your mom. Really am. I call me mama's boy, but whatever, but I love my mother. If I lost her at a young age, I'd be devastated. But what excuse do you have? Did your dad screw up that bad raising you guys up? Apparently. Because you guys are freaking, goddamn trampoline jumping, happy, freaking drug addicts. Jeff, I know you got a kid and everything, but you should be in goddamn rehab. I don't care if you're a wife. And then Matt, Rebby's only freaking using you so that she can freaking get into the wrestling industry. It's quite plain and simple. I bet you anything, once she gets into A, TNA, or B, WWE, she's gonna dump your ass. You're gonna go, oh no, it's Lita all over again. Son of a bitch, left Ashley Massaro. Look how that happened. But seriously, what the hell is up with the Hardy Boys? God damn, both of you need help, and it's not just Jeff. And B-Mon. I know B-Mon's getting a lot of heat lately for all the drama videos, but I'm gonna agree with him for what he said. He said something freaking. Probably one of the best things I've heard in I don't know how long, in days. Scott Hall gets all this shit about freaking, alcohol, being a freaking drunk and everything. Yet you mentioned the Hardy Boys. Oh yeah, the Hardy Boys, they're good. They're just having some issues right now and whatever. Scott Hall, he sucks. He's a drunk. What the hell? God damn. Freaking. The Hardy Boys basically almost get a free pass at it. But Scott Hall gets freaking buried by not just the media, the YWC, the IWC, wrestling fans in general. At least Scott Hall is trying to clean up. At least he's trying to help his life. At least he's trying to fix his life so that he can have a better life, so he can possibly live longer, so he doesn't end up being 6 feet under. You know, the freaking tombstone, and he's in a freaking coffin. But god damn, the freaking Hardy Boys. Jeff, freaking Victory Road, can't even literally stand up. Sting has to punch your ass like a few times, and then you hit the Scorpion Death Drop. Then you have the TNA fans. This is bullshit. I never have agreed so much more in my life with TNA fans when they chanted that. Even Sting was pissed. Mr. Joker himself was probably going to be facing Hulk Hogan at freaking Bound for Glory. Oh, that's going to be freaking beautiful. TNA's WrestleMania, you're going to have 2 old-timers going in the ring. One's probably going to have a freaking heart attack before he hits a leg drop. And the other one's probably going to interfere. And what I mean by the other one, I mean Ric Flair, who's probably going to have a heart attack running down the ring saying that he is God. He is God. Okay, now I'm just going off subject. But Matt, what the hell? You know, I'm probably one of the only people in the YWC who hasn't called you Fat Hardy. You know, you can make all your vlogs all you want. You can talk vlogs about you and your girlfriend. You make a vlog about you eating a freaking cheeseburger. You make a vlog about you and Jeff just freaking tasering each other to the point that you guys are probably going to be in the hospital if you keep guys doing that anymore. But I'm just done. I am done with the Hardy Boys. Just whatever. You guys want to make your opinions with the Hardy Boys? Knock yourself out. You want to make your opinion for Matt Hardy? Knock yourself out. You want to make an opinion about Jeff Hardy? Knock yourself out. You want to not make your opinion about how, you know, weak the SmackDown roster is right now, and how if Jeff and Matt stayed and cleaned, they'd probably be, you know, up there. Knock yourself out. If you want to make, you know, talk about how low TNA is sadly going down the hill and stuck in a bubble while WWE is at least trying to improve slowly and surely, knock yourself out, because I am done. Peace, my Phoenixaholics.